Welcome to the Gratitude Cafe, positive radio to feed your soul. Your dynamic host and founder, Sue Lundquist, will bring you her own intuitive talents and gifts for co-creating, healing, and teaching. Her show, The Gratitude Cafe, positive radio to feed your soul, is focused on bringing you to a higher place each week where you can leave the hustle of life at the door. So pull up a chair and join us for The Gratitude Cafe, positive radio to feed your soul.
Your cheerleaders right here. Boy, that morning came up quick on me today, Benny.
Sure did.
How are you today?
Good. Everybody else is doing happy, scrappy.
Happy Scrappy?
I can come up with. Happens.
Happy
Some
Scrappy.
of those days are like this.
I know. We need a little extra shot in the coffee or something, right? Is it because all of a sudden our Pacific Northwest went from warm and sunny to gray and rainy?
Quite possible.
We all
We're
just
feeling
it.
It'll break out later.
You need to break out some disco music, brother. You need to bring me some pump it up, getting jiggy. I don't know.
It just might be late bloomers today.
Is it late bloomers?
Yeah.
Bring me some good, juicy music.
Or we can just bring Nadine on.
Hey, Miss Nadine. Hi, sweetheart.
See?
I got the sun. The sun is shining here.
Oh.
I'll bring the sunshine with me.
Yeah, bragger you. I know, it is. It is.
We don't get a lot of it either, so it's okay.
I know. It's weird. And it started to sprinkle last night, and then it full down rained, which is good. But our Mother Earth needed some moisture. But yeah, it's the typical Pacific Northwest kind of gray day today. But we're going to bring you some love and some sunshine. I know I got Mexico City in the house. I know you're watching and you're listening. I love you guys, and I will see you at the end of the month. I am so excited. And we are going to have so much fun. And then I am going to stop via LA and visit some amazing people there. We've got lots of things bubbling behind the scenes, and I'm really excited for you to tell you all about it. But I can't right now. But Benny, how are you? How are the boys? What's happening? All that good
Everything's
stuff.
fine. Yeah.
You're good to
Getting
go.
through the summer.
We just have 4th of July. Now we're going to summer. Yep. A lot of Madison's seniors are off to college. We had
Already?
We had the big Cabo trip, and now
because they're athletes.
Athletes,
so they need to get a head start.
Yes, Madison leaves at the end of the month also.
There you go.
Yep, head start. Congratulations to all of you, and we wish you all the best. I'm going to start today with a quote. I had a good girlfriend of mine, Bertie, thank you very much, who sent me this quote. Nadine, I think you will really appreciate this. Be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it was crooked. Isn't that good?
Amen to that. That's a good one.
Amen. I'm going to read it again. Be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it was crooked. Bam.
I love it.
I love it too. You do that for me, girl. Thank you.
And you for me. Oh, and I think that's the way it should be.
It should be. It absolutely should be.
We need to lift each other up. Lift each other up.
Yes, we do. We need to do that. We are going to be taking calls today. We're going to connect you with your loved ones. We're going to love on you. We're going to give you some practical tools and advice. And you can call in at 1-888-298-5569. I highly recommend you doing that early so you can get in the queue. 1-888-298-5569. And then, of course, locally, 425-373-5527. New thoughts. New perspective, new ideas, a new you. That's why you're here. This is why I am, myself and Nadine, we are of service to you here in this platform and giving you free readings, bringing to you all these amazing people that come into my life or come into my life, your life, and I want to interview them. I want to share all of this with you. So I'm super excited to be here. Before we get started, let me do a little bit of housekeeping, and that would be another superstar who's behind the scene, and that is Josh Parkinson with Resonate Brand. Resonate helps you build beautiful mobile-friendly websites, but more importantly, they help you build a web strategy that helps your business attract new customers, grow a following, and get higher in the search listings. And if you want to create an online course or membership that sells automatically without you lifting a finger, they can help you build and sell that too. Contact Resonate Web Leadership for a free consult to see what options they have for you. Please go to www.resonateweb.agency. Tell Josh and his team you heard about him from Sue Lundquist at the Gratitude Cafe. I'm sorry, Super Sue. Benny, come on here. Help me out.
You're on your own. I don't need to jump in.
I want some commentary.
Sometimes people
I'm
don't
feeling
recall.
a little lonely.
No. Why?
I think it's great. Oh my God! If you guys can see
I don't
Benny,
know what's going on with her. I really don't.
Oh my God! I'm feeling lonely, Benny.
Well, you're jumping back and forth. I don't know where you're going someday.
I know, but that's me.
All right.
Nadine, hi, sweetheart. We're being goofy. Benny's being on the spot, and he's like, I have no idea what she's doing. Oh, my God.
I know, me either. I'm just like really quiet back here going, okay. No, you're so cute, Sue. I love it.
So
it's just your voice is like sunshine in the morning.
Oh,
makes me so happy.
Thank you very much. Well, I want that energy coming through the airwaves for sure. I have to admit, though, I ended up with some kind of sinus infection, which has laid me out the last few days, and it hasn't felt real good. They got me on antibiotics and all that. So if I cough, I'm sorry. It's working its way out. My body's got it, not me. Right?
There you go.
There you
See,
go.
that's probably why I
Exactly.
can't read you.
Oh.
I blame the medicinals.
Oh, what was the little
Hello.
ding?
I'm going to have to research where that came from.
See, there it goes. Pardon me. Nadine, was that your little ding on the? That was hilarious.
No, I'm on do not disturb.
Oh, all right. So
No one can be dinging me right now.
I believe it's someone
Nobody's-
from our evening producers that forgot to turn something off.
I'm
I'm researching it.
researching. All right, guys, you have tuned in to the Goofy Cafe. This is Sue Lundquist, your host. We are taking live calls today, 1-888-298-5569 or 425-373-5527. We would love to connect you with your loved ones, give you some practical tools, advice, be your cheerleader, love on you, fix your crown, do what we need to do to be of service to you. Miss Nadine, how are you, sweetheart? It's been a week.
It's been a week, and did it ever go by fast?
I know.
You texted me, you're like, are you ready for the show tomorrow? I'm like, holy man, what day is it?
It went really, really fast. Anything coming up for you?
The summer goes. Actually, this last week I've actually took some time off this last week, and I enjoyed some of the summer, and we actually had a staycation, which is my favorite thing to do, where we stay in town and we rented a hotel room with the water slides. And my best friend was there with her grandbabies, and we had all the kids, and it was so much fun.
Oh,
And we stayed in the hotel, and I just took time to and I actually relaxed and
good.
took time to relax, and I went on the water slides, and that was super fun. It's just so fun. I love water slides because it automatically takes me back to being a kid. Like being a little kid, right? And then I'm like, you know what? I need that. I need to be reminded that we all have that little kid in us, and to take time to play.
Oh, good message. Take time to play. That is so true. What about?
Yeah, I try to.
Go ahead, honey.
Try to do things. Well, I try to do things like that to like things you did and enjoyed as a kid. We have to remind ourselves, how fun that was, and it brings you back to like living in the moment and really enjoying things. Because I think we just get so caught up in being adults and even doing fun adult things, and we have to remember that there's still that little kid in us that wants to play.
I want to play. I want to dance. I want to have a good time. I do, because it brings so much joy. And Benny gives me such a hard time because getting jiggy with it is my all-time favorite, and it does. It gets me jiggy. It gets me goofy. It makes me laugh. But, it's like bringing in the disco, and it raises your vibration. And wouldn't you want to have that vibration instead of fear or anxiety or, the weight of the world on you?
Ugh,
right?
No doubt.
Yes. So educating the audience and talking to you guys about different tools and things that you can do to raise your vibration. Obviously, I'm a big proponent of meditation. Dr. Joe Dispenza is one of my teachers. Meditation, going on water slides, getting grounded in nature. You don't have to do this massive, 5-hour meditation if you don't want to. There's things that you can do to get grounded and get back in your heart space. If it's something that brings you pure joy and love, like going on a water slide, attending your garden, doing, walking, jogging, taking hikes, doing something that's truly joyfully productive for yourself, that you lose yourself in the moment. literally lose yourself. So you are so hyper present. That is where we want you to be. We want you to then come out of that and go, oh, that felt so much better, right?
Absolutely. Like this weekend, I was out in the backyard with my bare feet and my bare hands, pulling weeds and, doing yard work. And I love that. I grew up on the farm, right? So I'm like, as soon as summer is here, I forget to wear shoes. Like I went out the other day and got in my vehicle and I got driving away, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, Nadine, you have no shoes on. Because I forget, right? Because that's how we were as kids, is like as soon as we could, our shoes were off.
Yes.
And we ran around the farm and did everything with no shoes. It was just so freeing, right? And you're so grounded. And so I try not to wear shoes or socks or anything as much as possible in the summer.
I love it.
Because it's amazing how much just that little bit can ground you so much. Like we don't, some people don't understand, like, why do I feel so good when I'm gardening and my hands are in the dirt or my feet are bare and they're in the sand, or, but you're just have that, it's connecting you to the earth and to nature, which is one of the, biggest grounding and soothing tools out there.
Oh, for sure. I did that with my daughters when they were younger. It was Mother's Day weekend. It was every Mother's Day weekend we would go out and till the garden. And we'd get muddy. And when they were younger, they still thought it was cool. They don't help me worth nothing now. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I haven't worked in my garden for a while. But it was so nice because we'd all get muddy and our feet would get all smushy and our smushing the toes in the mud. And not only that, the joy and love and that frequency and energy was going into the soil. So that I loved doing that. I love it, love it, love it.
Speaking of mud, it was so funny because this weekend I had so much fun because I actually got to, my sister's part of this club where they drive little mini horses. So they have little mini horses and they drive them on the wagon and drive them all around, right? So I got to go there and see all the little mini horses and brush them and cut their hair and all this kind of stuff and brush out their hair. I felt so bad because they've been out to pasture for, the whole year. And then we brought them in and we're brushing their manes. And I'm like, am I hurting you? It was so cute.
Okay, wait a minute. Tiny, right? Tiny little horses. How big is this? You got to paint a picture for me here.
Well, they're like a big dog kind of
So they're literally ponies.
They're like tiny little horses, and they come to just past my knee. They're
oh
little.
My God, that's a pony. Those aren't horses.
No, they're horses.
What?
There's ponies, and then these are miniature horses. So they're not as chubby as a pony. Ponies are kind of stocky and short, and these are actually smaller than a pony. These are miniature tiny little horses. So they look just like a big horse, except really tiny.
I'm having a fairy tale kind of moment here.
Well, you're going to have to Google it. Google images.
I will do that. You're going to have to send me something.
I'll send you some links. But the reason I love it so much is because I grew up on a horse ranch, but yet I was still terrified of horses because they're big and they're powerful. And, if something goes wrong, it goes wrong. So for me, coming back to horses, it was really nice for me to work with the little ponies and the smaller horses because you can build your confidence. My sister does she does the horse therapy and teaches a lot of people with equine therapy, it's called, and she has a lot of people come out there. But the little horses build your confidence up to the big horses. So when I get with the big horses, I forget that they're not little horses now. So it's it totally took my fear away of big horses. So that's what I got to do this weekend. And it was so much fun out in the sun playing with tiny little horses. But the mud story, this is what I wanted to share.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about grounding, and this is the Gratitude Cafe. We are taking calls today, but apparently we're going to ramble on about getting grounded and face our fears with little horses to big horses.
With little horses. That's because animals ground you.
Yes.
Another way to stay grounded is to have the animals because they're 100% in the moment. So then when you're with them, when I was with the horses, I was 100% in the moment because you have to be.
Yes.
You just have to be. But we got to spray the hose on these little pigs, and that's what I was saying.
Little pigs. Okay, we went from little horses to little pigs. Are we talking?
To little pigs.
Are they these really little ones, or are they truly those big monster ones that you can ride?
Oh, they're monster ones. Like they will grow up to be like huge pigs, but right
Ugh.
now they're just baby pigs.
Why do those big pigs
But
freak me out? I don't know if it's like the it scenario for me, but the really big ones, I mean, they kind of all things, I don't know what it
well, they're
is.
like 600 pounds.
Maybe that's
They
why.
can grow up to 600 pounds. Yeah, they could be pretty terrifying, I think.
Oh
But anyways, that was my weekend. My
my God,
weekend
we
in review,
segued
Sue.
way off to left field. All right, callers, we are taking calls. Are you going to call in? We'd love to hear from you. 1-888-298-5569 or locally 425-373-5527. If not, you're going to have to listen to us talking about miniature horses and pigs and I don't know, being a little freaked out about those 600-pound pigs and I don't know what
It's
else.
the Gratitude Farm.
It's the Gratitude Farm.
this hour.
Oh, I love it. Well, I could talk about my coaching practice. I could talk to you guys a little bit about that, and then we'll talk a little bit about Nadine and what she's up to. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes with one-on-one coaching, it is all about awareness. You guys hear me talk about the number one important thing in all that I teach and the curriculum and where I start is it's all about the awareness. So as soon as you have the awareness that there is a hurdle or an initiation that you're going to cross and you need some counsel, some guidance to help you get really clear on that, that's then where I come in. That's where you pick up the phone and we have an initial conversation. We say, all right, are you ready to do the work? Meaning, are you ready to get into the rink of fear? Are you ready to get into the rink of overcoming your anxiety and really pushing through those old barriers and those old habits? And doing that, I help you. I literally help you do that by a new lifestyle program because you are living your lifestyle and you do have an old program. And I help you overcome your old programming by helping you establish what I call as a PCC, a personal code of conduct. That personal code of conduct we go through and we get you really clear on who you are, how you're showing up in this world, and then the type of people that you're going to be attracting and or letting go. And by doing that, there's some emotional things that are going to be happening because you're going to realize that some of those people don't serve you anymore. Some of those situations don't serve you anymore. And there may be a little fear and doubt in that situation because you'll be like, well, what, am I not enough because they're leaving? But that's not the case. Actually, you are, and you're expanding and you're growing, and you're not in a situation where, or the same contract that you had before with that old relationship, meaning you could be a giver in that relationship, and now you're putting up boundaries and you've decided to take care of yourself, and that person was a taker. And it's not good, bad, or it's good, bad, or indifferent. It just is what it is, and that's where they're at in their life. And you can just send them off with love and blessings and compassion. And then we go through and we talk about your value, why that's important, creating confidence, continuing your change through your personal code of conduct, and then going through the process and then the integration, the real life integration and what that looks like. Integration boundaries, setting up boundaries, teaching you new language to say a respectful no, all of that. It's very successful. I love what I'm doing. I love the changes in people's lives. The ROI is amazing. It's personal confidence, ROI meaning return on your investment, emotionally and physically. You can get a return on investment immediately. I've got entrepreneurs that are already getting clients just because of the system that I'm helping them do and get really clear. Because in 3D in this world, you have to get really clear in the practicality of it and then release it to 5D, and then they will bring it to you. So with that, we have got a caller on the line. We are taking calls today, 1-888-298-5569, or locally, 425-373-5527. If you would like to talk to me about getting some coaching, please send me an email, sue@imthankful.com, and we will set up a free initial 10, 15-minute conversation to see if we're a good fit. All right, we are going to jump on the phone lines. Thank you, Benny. We have Noelle from New Jersey. Hello, Noelle. Please meet Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Noelle. Please meet Nadine.
Hi, Nadine.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So what can we help you with?
Well, I had a question. I don't know which one to move into or to ask. So maybe there could be guidance on that. I don't know.
Well, pick one and we'll go from there. How about that, honey?
Let's pick. How about we pick my son?
All right. What would you like to know about Sun? Is there a specific question, or do you want us to just tap into the energy and see how he's doing?
Maybe tap in, and then what are the best ways for me to support him right now?
When you asked the question, how best way to support him, I heard the word silence. Is that important to him? Quiet time, silence, is that important to him?
Well, I don't think he can quiet his mind. He is autistic, and so considered autistic, whatever that means.
Yeah, an angel, beautiful. Yep.
I don't really believe the label, but it is. He struggles with the conditions within the realm of that, and so his mind, he goes in loops. He cannot stop the thinking, so it's just he gets stuck on things, and he spent the last 24 hours. He can't think of the name of the song, and he's trying to sing little parts of it to me, and I can't really help him with that. But the question is a bigger realm. Is it around, food, school, any way that is coming to you that is the best immediate way for me to continue to support him.
Nadine, honey, do you have any bits and pieces you're picking up?
Well, as soon as she said her son, I just saw school. I saw him with carrying books. And is he college age? Because I saw something like with furthering his education, like college.
No, he is a 16-year-old, and he is beginning the public high school full time in the fall. And he's there right now.
Okay, so that's the so. Is this his first time going to school or something? I'm just wondering because they show me him like picking up his books and then going somewhere new. Like that's like the feeling. Like, when you're going off to college, like it was that same feeling.
Right.
So he's starting high school.
It's high school, and he did last year. He spent 2 days at the public high school, and then he did 3 days at his old school, which is a special needs school. And then at the end of the year, he did 3 days, and now he's going fully to the public school.
Okay, so it's new. So this is a new transition. That's what we're trying to get to the bottom. Yeah, okay. We're just got to make sure that we're getting the messages correctly. It's kind of this game of charades, Noelle. So, there is a new transition that he's going into the high school realm full-time.
Full-time, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is good for him.
Yeah.
But this is a good move. So in case you were worried about him being in there full-time, this is a good move for him.
Structure.
Okay. Because maybe I think it's structure, but I think that you might have felt a little hesitant about him being completely in a high school without the special needs school being attached to it. But I really feel like he is ready for the full-time public school. He's ready for this. He needs the confidence that it's going to bring, and he wants to feel like it's more like he'll feel more normal and like part of society, right?
Yeah.
Like there's part of him that really yearns for that. Does that make sense?
He yearns for that?
Yeah, like he really wants to be just a part of like the everyday
normalcy,
like, school.
normalness. Yeah.
Like
like
a teenager. He wants to be a teenager. Like he has that sense of him, right? And music is a huge healer and very important for him.
Exactly.
So does he listen to a lot of music, or is he playing a lot of music?
He listens to music, and he years and years ago, he had this little keyboard, and he loved to play it, and he was very, very little. And again, I could be making this up, I don't know, but I feel like he watched my mother-in-law actually play one day, actually be able to play music, and he I never saw him really play with it again. It was almost like he couldn't do it, so he didn't do it. But my husband and I are both very, very clear that music is really important to him, and part of his high school this year, we're really trying to explore ways for him to be able to do that.
I think that's a really good tool for him, especially for the silencing of the mind and getting out of his way. I think that's a really, really powerful tool for him.
Are there any particular instruments that are showing up?
Well, when you said that,
I
drums came to my mind, but I don't know. I saw him in
drums
head.
came to my mind too.
Oh my
Sue.
God! Okay,
No,
I
Well,
saw.
and drums
I
has
got
been what I've
drums.
been thinking as well.
Yeah, I saw him in
There you
headphones
go.
and drums. And there aren't those drums, and Benny might know this, those drums that you can get that you can wear headphones that everybody else doesn't hear but just you. So when you're hitting them, not the whole family's affected. Is there something like that, Benny?
Yeah, you can find
Yeah.
tools like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Noel, because that beat and that vibration, getting
Right.
him into something, and I think, sneaking in, you've heard me talk about Dr. Joe, the frequency of information, the frequency of music. He has a lot of that frequency of music, and you can get that stuff in so your son can hear that, because that frequency and that vibration is going to raise his mental capacity. It's going to expand him even more. And see how
Okay.
he feels with that. Really get him into that. Barry Goldstein is another.
Yeah, I play it.
Yes. And put the headphones on and have him literally tangibly feel it and get him feeling that so he can get lost a little bit more into that versus his brain. Did I communicate that effectively? It's hard for me. I wanted to make sure. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I understand that. When you said you saw him with headphones and drums, you may be seeing that he wears headphones all the time because he can't handle sound. He is very, very
sensitive to that, to all the other sounds. Yeah, no, I see
weird
him
sounds,
specifically.
like people coughing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
coughing.
I get it. But no, and that's fine. But this is more specific to his music. This is specific to, I see him sitting down and he's literally hitting the drum set with his headphones. He's very happy. And it's just, it's like this soothing beat for him. That it's like, and silence keeps coming up. I know his mind is busy, but this brings the silence to him.
Right. Okay.
There's a rhythm, there's a beat, and then if you can incorporate that juicy stuff with Barry Goldstein and that type of music, that would be even better.
Right. He requests that when he goes to bed sometimes.
Oh, I love it.
I'm actually like for Dr. Joe, for example, he used to say, can you play that healing guy before he would go to bed? And now he'll just say, I want Dr. Joe. I don't want him to be talking. He'll be
just
specific
music
about what he wants. So that's how he goes to bed sometimes.
You may want to Google or even send Barry Goldstein, see what he's got. I know he's on Facebook a lot. You could just reach out to him.
Oh, yeah, great idea.
And see if he's got some recommendations for the autistic realm. And just explain to him, say, hey, listen, my son, he's got the let's call it the label of the autistic. I think they're beautiful angels as far as I'm concerned. But their expansion is way, way broader than what we can see, hear, and feel. That's just my opinion. But here, let me go with Barry Goldstein. Reach out to him and say, that's the deal. He loves music. He literally lives in his headphones. And to help him, he loves the Barry Goldstein and the Dr. Joe work. Do you have some recommendations, or have you made some music and CDs that is soothing and or will help facilitate his change or his healing, his soothing, his silence? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, reach out to him on Facebook. Nadine Love, do you have something?
I keep seeing the hand drum as well, called the djembe, which is like something hands-on.
Yeah.
Tactile.
Tactile.
Like the djembe I see. So I do see him using his hands on a hand drum as well. So, but again, it's the connection to the drums. And then they also show me him drawing a lot. So does he draw or doodle or draw in a notebook? That's what they keep showing me, him drawing with pencil. Does that make
not
sense?
At all,
does he draw?
Actually. He does not.
Okay.
But
this might be something, because they keep taking me to the arts. So I know you want him to be in music or whatever, but I think an art class or something to do with the arts would also benefit him.
Right. And I think years ago somebody had said, a long time ago, he was like a very, very little guy, and someone with your gifts had said, he said, I almost see him painting sound.
Wow.
And I think Wiley is someone who, I think he sees it. I think he actually can see the sounds. I think he sees a lot of things that we don't.
Oh, I believe you. 100%.
And I try to talk to him about that. Like, I don't see what you see. And try to help him with that because it must be really hard to know that. Wait a second, why isn't everybody seeing what I'm seeing? But
oh, I've been there.
Nadine
and I've both been there, but just in a different platform. That's all. Oh,
right.
You don't see things. You don't see dead people like me. You don't hear things.
Right.
We get that.
I had said to him, I said maybe at some point recently, because I think, well,
What?
I heard him talking. We were away just recently, and my husband and I both heard him talking to somebody, and then we actually heard the other voice. And when we asked him about it, he's like, I don't want to talk about it. And so afterwards, we both said, we know that you experience things differently than we do. And I said, maybe it would be helpful if I found somebody for you to talk to. And he got very sort of choked up, emotional. I couldn't read the energy. Was it fear or was it like, I couldn't read it. I couldn't figure out what it was, but he got very emotional for a second. It kind of came to the surface a little bit, and then he said, I don't want to talk about it. And we were like, okay. So we just let it go.
Oh. What if he drew his experiences and his conversations? Is there something that he can do that's also a way of expression and communication too?
I can try that, and I can also maybe some art therapy actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I see. And the drumming, the vibration of the drums, like just anything that he's going to love it. It's going to take him into the moment and it's going to silence the mind. But the so maybe there is a connection. Like they're showing us the drumming and the art together and the creativity. So maybe there is something that's going to come out.
What keeps coming to mind, Noelle, do you remember, and I know this to be true because we've spent time together at Dr. Joe's workshop in Portland. I don't know if you saw that scene when he had the speaker of the salt on the speaker, and you can.
I've shown Wiley that.
Yes, that's what I'm seeing with him.
Dramatic. Exactly.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm seeing with him. Like he can draw those frequencies.
I think, yeah.
How is that sitting? How is that resonating with you?
I think it's something that he's going to need a lot of help to get there and to be I think it would be good for him. And it's one of the big conversations we had when we moved into the high school, that we need him to be exposed to art and music and things that...
And having that conversation, specifically getting clear with the art teacher and the music teacher about your expectations and where this needs to go. I mean, obviously organically moving through that, while you're in the moment, but making sure that you, as the parents, that you guys have a clear expectation of where you guys think that this should go. And then organically he will figure it out. But I think because teachers are teachers, they're humans, right? And they've got a lot of other things going on. So I think setting a clear expectation and kind of an outline of what this all looks like and talking to the music teacher about that, because I think that might even be fun for the music teacher. And it will it'll also allow Wiley to get interactive with other people in a different format. I think that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's good. I love it. And one quick little question, if I have a second for another question.
Sure.
So we have begun to work with, I've done many, many, many things to assist Wiley to my best, from, therapies, mostly food related, as far as trying to get his
balanced,
system, his chemistry to be at, full functioning. And I believe he is, and a lot of these children have a heavy load of parasites and pathogens that are very, very hard to overcome because they hide in the body and they can mimic the DNA and they do a lot of things. So we're starting to work with somebody, and I'm just wondering if you can feel into that at all. And
so with that, Noelle, you know what? We're going to take a quick commercial break because we've gone over the top, but you stay on hold for just a minute and we will go back to that. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to answer your questions, Noelle, and I think it's a juicy one. We'll be right back. Sue Lundquist here with the Gratitude Cafe.
Hi, this is Dr. Joe Dispenza. I wanted to take a moment and let you know about a nonprofit organization called Give to Give. The Give to Give Foundation was created by a group of people who have studied my work or have participated in my workshops around the world. And by applying the principles of mind over matter and the mind-body connection, they've created outstanding changes in their lives or in their health, and they wanted to give back. The organization is dedicated to providing the proper resources to those people in need to gain the opportunity to learn exactly how to change their body or their lives. If you want to learn more about the Give to Give Foundation, or you know someone that needs help, or you simply want to make a donation, visit givetogive.com. Those who give don't always know how to love. Those who love always know how to give. Thank you.
Hey, Sue Lundquist here with the Gratitude Cafe. All right, folks, seriously, I've got the doorway. I'm working with amazing, high-functioning clients that are doing the work and busting through old habits to now transform their lives. This means breaking their old programming, their old stories, to feeling a purpose and such a relief that now that they have the answers. Does that sound good to you? Yes, I knew it. Give me a call, 206-300-2227.
Chances are, if you're listening to the Gratitude Cafe with Sue Lundquist, you already know what so many others know. This is a special show hosted by a special woman. If you own or manage a business, Gratitude Cafe is your chance to align your advertising message with the power of the positive. Best of all, the options are affordable, so you can stretch your advertising dollars to reach even more listeners. Learn more today at 206-300-2227. That's 206-300-2227.
Attracting the wrong things in your life? Blocked? In transition? Can't seem to get clear? Let Sue Lundquist, Intuitive Clarity Coach, guide you through to confidence and sustained positive change. This is achieved with easy, practical tools you can use in your everyday life. Call now for your personal one-on-one clarity coaching session with Sue to get back to who you really are, confident, purposeful, and positive. Call Sue at 206-300-2227. That's 206-300-2227.
Following the herd is fine until they lead you off a cliff. Think for yourself. Alternative Talk, 1150 AM.
Burn, baby, burn. All right, we're back. Sue Lundquist here at the Gratitude Cafe. We're taking calls, 1-888-298-5569, 425-373-5527. Again, 1-888-298-5569. Myself, Sue, and Nadine are taking phone calls. We were talking to Noelle before the break. We had to jump on a quick commercial break. Benny, thank you so much. Noelle, I want to recap with you the things that you had first talked about your son and tapping into his energy and trying to find some solutions for him. And we talked about the music and the art. And I think those are going to be really profound changes for him. And then before the break, you were talking, why don't you re-ask I can't remember what the question was, to be honest. Briefly.
I have been very
the
fortunate.
the food, that's what it was, right?
Well, it's about a group of scientists that have created some. Well, I'm working with a man who has going to help Wiley. The first person who's ever said, we're going to help your son. So basically getting the body back to the point where his immune system can function properly and take care of itself. So I'm just asking about that.
Nadine?
So getting back to homeostasis is what I hear. So getting back
homeostasis,
to
that's what I heard.
Yep. And so is this an Ayurvedic diet? I'm just wondering because that's what the word that keeps coming.
No, this is a guy who I had heard about 2 years ago, and I'm very, very hard to get in touch with. I was fortunate enough to be connected to him, and he decided to take Wiley on. And
So what's your, Noelle, honey, I'm sorry. We've got to wrap this up. The question. Yep.
The question is this going to help Wiley? Is this a good thing? Is this a good use of, or, is this a good thing for him?
Nadine? We keep hearing our...
I get a big yes, because it just has to come. Food is super important.
Very.
Right? So I get a big yes. So anything that's going to help him come back to homeostasis, or just get his gut in, like gut health, right? It's the second brain. If he can get that in order, of course, it's absolutely going to be beneficial. So I'm all for it. I think I hear a big yes from his guides. So, I mean, it's not going to hurt. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really beneficial. And I think also incorporating him into the high school to have some of his normal, I say normalcy, but that's, what I mean by that, Noelle. And also bringing in the music and the art. That was the original question that you asked about your son. So we and Spirit and Guides gave you some really good tools and solutions for that, to bringing in music and art going forward, especially talking to the teachers. I think that's really important. And then, yes, nutrition for sure.
Okay, super.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later. All right. Thank you so much, Benny. We are taking calls, 1-888-298-5569. We've got a few more minutes. We could probably squeeze in one or two more phone calls. Noelle, I know that you hung up, but you need to nurture yourself too. I don't know if you're picking up on that at all, Nadine. Finding some space for her to just have some love and nurture and love on herself. Did you pick that up at all?
Absolutely, I did. Absolutely, because her focus is so much. And I mean, it's being a mom, it's being a parent, and yes, you especially if somebody has challenges.
Yes.
I mean, they all have challenges in their own way. We all do. But yeah, just having those challenges and just remembering, yeah, of course, self-care and eating healthy and doing things that bring her joy and that she gets to play and have fun too. And one more thing I want to add, I didn't get to add, is the music that he listens to should be like, when it comes to, because it kept coming back to the silence, I think music without words.
Yes.
Just the vibration.
That's the Goldstein. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I don't know what Goldstein is. So yeah, it's music without words. Even like I could see him meditating to like the chanting, like the
that's Barry Goldstein. He incorporates all of that with the alpha, beta, gamma brain waves. That's exactly and the chanting, and he does a lot of that.
That's why. Okay, because I kept picking up there's a sound, the frequency of love. There's like a sound.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what he does.
That's one of his songs, actually. I think it's called The Frequency of Love or something like that. So I think it's like that, yeah. And I see that the phones are ringing, so hang tight. Benny's got to do traffic and get all that, but keep ringing. 1-888-298-5569 or locally 425-373-5527. Do not hang up. Benny's just finishing up the traffic, and he'll answer the call in just a second. And Noelle, definitely you got to surrender to your full power too, meaning don't play small. Go big. Do not be compromising. I think that's pretty important. That's a good message for anybody, but I think especially for you, Noelle. I know I have talked to her behind the scenes, and I know that she's got some, she's crossing the initiation bridge too, like many of us. But don't play small, sister. You got this. Find your tribe and find those women that will help fix your crown. If you heard that, what was the? I got to reread the quote from this morning. Be the woman who fixes another woman's crown without telling the world that it was crooked. Find those people in your life that will lift you up and support you. Not with ego, not with all the resentments and all of that stuff. Find the true tribe. All right, we're taking calls, 1-888-298-5569 or locally 425-373-5527. You guys do know you can call in anonymously. It's all about energy and frequency anyways. And Benny is answering the phone right now. We'll get to you in just a minute. Miss Nadine, do you have anything to add, love?
I just wanted to say thank you to all of our callers who call in, and especially like her calling in to ask about her son who does have autism. Like to me, that's just so amazing that they would ask us for advice and trust their connection, trust our connection with their energy and with their guides and their loved ones. And it's just so special that we even get to do this. I just
Honey,
get
you're
so
so
thankful.
right. Yes, that's so true. Ah, yes. It takes courage to call in, because I know when I first started this, and there would be a psychic on the radio on 1150 KANW, and I'd be like, I'm so scared. Or, I was so scared. But now I'm like, nah, just give it to me. I totally trust in the system. It's beautiful. So yes, Nadine, you're absolutely correct. Thank you all very much for calling us and trusting in our ability to connect with your loved ones and to connect with your energy. And also not only trusting in us, but also trusting in yourself with the new information, because I think that's really important too, is you're in the awareness. Now you're getting clear and you're getting the information, and you've got to reestablish this new trust for yourself, and you're doing it. So keep it up. Keep doing it. I love it, love it, love it. 1-888-298-5569. 1-888-298-5569. Or locally 425-373-5527. All right. Anything else coming up for you, Miss Nadine? That caller's gone. I don't know what happened, so we're going to chat for a while.
That's okay. Well, my favorite thing too is to, take from us what rings true for you as well, right? Because
so
I know,
true.
like, we are just the messengers.
Yep.
We are just the messengers. So we are going to give you everything that we get and how we see it and how it fits in your life. So, like me and Sue always say, this is a game of charades, basically. and we're telling you exactly what we're hearing, seeing, feeling, sensing. But also, when you talk to anyone who's in this field of work, you don't need to take everything with you. It's like when you read a book, you're going to pick up the highlights of what really rings true for you and what's going to work for you in your life.
Right.
And just because we're telling you something that's going to work right now, okay, if you're in this would work great for you right now. This is what your guides are saying. It might take you a while to actually catch up to what we're saying. So don't be hard on yourself if you don't, hang up the phone and jump right into what you've been told, because I'm telling you, my guides have been knocking on my door for years about certain things. And I'm like, oh, I remember this same conversation about 10 years ago, and then 6 years ago, and then 4 years ago, right? So we are still human, having a human experience, whether we're connected directly to our guides or whether you go through someone like us to connect to your guides. You take everything that rings true for you and you apply it to your life.
100%. And also something else that's very valuable. I 110% agree with you. And thank you for reiterating that, Nadine. That people that are listening, and we get a callers in and you're just listening, there is a message in everything that you're hearing. There is always going to be that little pearl of wisdom. There's going to be a takeaway, something that you needed to hear. So don't discount just listening just to listen. Really pay attention and be in the awareness and glean some wisdom from the conversation. Even the callers, myself, Nadine, and I learn from the callers too, because it's all a process. And as we dance in the energy and the frequency, we're learning to navigate that energy, and we're learning from the callers. So it's a win-win from both sides. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. And
yes.
It's always, I'm telling you, every reading, there's something new comes up. I'm seeing new signs, new symbols. So our guides and your loved ones and, our clients are always teaching us new ways to connect with energy and with your energy and the higher energies and keeping our frequencies high. So we are constantly learning too. Yes. One thing, Sue, if we don't have any callers right here, that it keeps repeating in my head today, which is a sign from spirit when things are repetitive and repeating. Talk about being caught in a loop. One thing I was going to say is that not all, we've had this conversation before, is not all psychics are mediums. Oh. And not all mediums are psychics. So I had a client the other day who was coming to me, a new client who was coming to me from having been to other psychics and mediums, and she was very upset because she went to this psychic, but then the psychic couldn't connect to her loved ones. And I said, not everybody's a medium. So you have to be really clear on what it is that you want. If you want advice and direction as well as to talk to your loved ones, then you have to go to somebody who can do both, who is both a psychic and an evidential medium. Or if you just want to talk to your loved ones and you don't want to know about your future, seek somebody out who specifically does mediumship, because then that's what it's going to be about. So and if you just want to know where your direction is, you don't need a medium. You go to somebody who's a psychic, who reads cards, who uses pendulums, or uses other, modalities.
Yeah,
exactly. So
I love
it's
that.
just knowing the difference between the two, right, Sue? There's a big difference.
There is. So the psychic aspect. So right now, Nadine, she's a much stronger evidential medium than I am. I've got. I mean, she has it all, but in the realm of expansion in the evidential mediumship, I still feel I'm a baby. I'm still learning and still obtaining tools and still obtaining symbols from spirit, where she's been doing this much longer than I have. So, why am I telling you this? So I wanted to get into the conversation between the two of them. The evidential mediumship is literally, we are raising our vibration, opening our heart, going into a 5D space, and having spirit come to us in their frequency and giving us smells, sounds, symbols, names, and literally we are connecting with the people that have crossed over. We're connecting with that frequency. Psychic is more here in 3D. Yeah, you do tap into the frequency and energies, but we or people like us are specifically working with your human energy and seeing things that could be blocked, getting messages from other, guides and so forth. But it's more about reading your energy here, you and me, versus tapping into a spirit frequency. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
that's exactly it. Yeah, because it's totally different energies. Like to tap into mediumship and to connect with spirits on the other side it's a different frequency altogether. So, and like you said, Sue, a lot of people who are in this work, they don't want to connect to your loved ones on the other side. They don't want to have anything to do, and that's totally fine. They don't want anything to do with spirit, and that's great. Where for me, I love it. Mediumship is what I prefer. It's what people come to me for. It's more the mediumship aspect. I'm so lucky that I started off just doing psychic, doing psychic work is how I started until I got comfortable with the spirits. It was just a natural progression. I always had that connection to spirits, but it terrified me in the sense that it's to say that you connect to dead people was really, you know what I mean?
I 100% know what you mean. I know.
Yeah.
We all go through that
it's
same.
a little woo-woo, right? It's a little out there and right?
But it's coming mainstream
I love when
now.
Right. Like when I tell people what I do for a living and they take a step backwards, that's my favorite.
Yeah. They're like, oh, okay. You can, and as an empath and a psychic, you can totally see their energy even before it. You're like, oh, they're not comfortable with that. Or, oh, okay, they're kind of open. Oh, okay. So let's dance in that conversation. Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure.
And that's why this show is my favorite, because we know that the people calling in are trusting us, and we're so thankful for that. And, and coming to people that you do trust is a huge thing with this kind of work. Like, I've been to amazing psychics and mediums, and I've been to ones who should not be doing this for a living, right?
Yes.
Like, it's just, I've done both. So when you do find one that really works for you and that you really connect to, go for it. You know, have them. I have psychics and mediums, and I'll go once a year for my birthday. Even though I'm a psychic medium, I have my psychic medium who I trust and that I go to once a year on my birthday, whether I have anything to ask or not. I just,
do it just to get some.
It's just that connection. Yeah.
All right. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, and we're going to wrap up today's show, sweetheart.
Sure. Just Nadine Greca on Facebook is the number one way to get a hold of me. I am the only Nadine Greca in the world. So you Google my name, everything will be me. So
yes,
that's the best way to get a hold of me.
Yes. And of course, if you have the newsletter, SueLundquist.com/newsletter, you will get all of this. You'll get your reading and all of Nadine and myself's information. Sue?
And real fast, actually, I need to jump in. We had a caller that had some information that would like to be passed on to Noelle. You can go online and look out for an autism diet.
So it's
Oh,
a removal
perfect.
of certain items. Maybe I believe Wiley was the son's
Yep,
name.
yep.
She can look at his diet and see what's going on. Maybe take a few things away and see if that helps out. Also,
Yay!
so that's online. So thanks to our caller for doing that.
Thank you, caller.
Yep.
I love you for that. Thank you so much. All right, and if you would like to do some one-on-one time with me, I'd love to hear from you. Sue at imthankful.com. Of course, call me 206-300-2227. I'd love to hear from you. All right, we will see you next week. Until then, each of you are a gift. Get out there and share yourself with the world.
If you like the show, help more people find us by adding your review of the show on iTunes. The more reviews we get, the more people we can reach with this inspiring message on the Gratitude Cafe. Simply search for Gratitude Cafe in iTunes, hit subscribe, and add your honest review. It would help us immensely, and we'll be forever grateful. It's one of the best ways you can give back to the show with your review. Thanks for tuning in to the Gratitude Cafe. Don't forget, every week is a new show, and you could submit your questions at SueLundquist.com/Gratitude Cafe. The show goes live at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in Seattle on Seattle's Alternative Talk AM 1150. You can also call in to the show at 425-373-5527 or 888-298-5569. Find the live streaming link at SueLundquist.com/Gratitude Cafe. We'll see you next week. The preceding audio was via a Skype call.